Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live.
What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to today's live. You're locked in with the Coach Smook Network, and I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share the stream out, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss any of the action. Now listen, if you really rock with what we're building here, I invite you to take the opportunity to support the channel by becoming a member of the AAA family. Our mantra is authenticity above all. Everything we do, our content and our community, is built on creating and enjoying quality, authentic conversations, real insight, and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly assists in the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar you contribute is not only appreciated, it's paid forward. We proudly make monthly contributions to various community health and awareness organizations because impact matters. If you want to get even more involved with the community, be sure to join our Discord. You can type the command right now in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. And for those who want to support the network directly, you can donate through multiple options: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. Thank you all for the love and the support and the energy you bring every single time. Now buckle up because it's time to get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get it.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go. Welcome in everybody to the Coach Smook Network. We here tonight. Hopefully y'all got a good vibe tonight, man. Listen, I got some things to talk about, so we're gonna get into it tonight. I'm excited. I don't know why we're freezing all of a sudden. I think this is why we slow down on the night stream. We always run into connection issues at night. We might have to reset here in a second. So when we go into our little infomercial break, we'll probably just reset during that infomercial break. But welcome in, everybody. Give yourself an applause. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. We had a lot to talk about. It's really going to be open phone call segment. I'm gonna do a little talking, just a little bit of like what we got going on in the comments in the community. I just want to hear from y'all though. I want to get y'all active in the chat. This last few lives we've had a high chat rate, and I really want to engage with the community. I want to engage with the fan base. Both those that agree and disagree, man. Tonight is your time for your voice to be heard, and I'm here to be a little confrontational. So if you up for a little debate and a little arguing, and keep it respectful, it could get heated. I'm not saying you can't curse, but be mindful. We have kids that listen to this. My children tuned into this, so I try to keep it G every time I'm on here. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, and we don't mind. And everything is, there's no personal feelings. I know we got a lot of people on Twitter that feel a certain way about me and they voice their opinions. I would love to hear you, well, they type their opinions. I would love to hear you voice your opinion tonight on the phone line. We'll get that number up for you all here in the next 10 minutes. But until then, I want to get ready to get y'all roll call in. I'm excited about having y'all in here tonight. I want y'all to blow the phone lines up. It's a Tuesday night? What's tonight? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday night. Y'all at home. It's 7:40-ish. Y'all getting settled. Some of y'all coming in from practice. Turn this thing up, man. Let's get this phone line going and let's get this thing popped off real nicely here. Thank y'all for tapping in on TikTok. My guy JRM, my YC over there tapping that stream. Make sure you share the stream over there. Make sure you share the live over there too. But y'all tap in on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. We're live on all platforms. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and restart this one here while I'm doing that here. And we should be up and good on all platforms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 7. All right, there it is. All right, let's get it, y'all. Tap in. Appreciate everybody. Ken, the Bama fan, tapping in. Roll Tide. We got a little crowd tonight in the YouTube side. I appreciate y'all. Zack, appreciate you pulling up. Roll Tide. Britt, to a certain extent, my sister. Let's go. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, Roll Tide. Antonio tapping in on TikTok and YouTube. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Triple A family all over the place. Oh, God, what's good, man? Good to see you, family. Hopefully we get you on the phone lines tonight. What's up, Duran? My guy Antonio, appreciate the gifts over there on TikTok. Mike Jones, we back. How you doing, Smook? Hey, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, Mike? Maybe we can get you on the phone lines tonight. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got some basketball topics. We got some heated basketball topics. People still trying to move the goalposts. I can't say nothing about Nate Oates, man. But I'm gonna keep preaching it to the choir until it resonates with the people. What the message that I'm trying to get across, and the argument that I'm making, they would be hard to argue or not agree, but we got the phone lines open so we can make sure we clarify and everything. I don't want to just be replying to some of these vague, stale little slack jabs folks be trying to throw, trying to, oh, he's a fake news author, his content trash, nobody watches you. Okay. 15K views on a post, a tweet that was retweeted by 1,000 other people. 15K on my, why? Nobody pays attention to me. You know what, though? I'm appreciative, and I'm here for the people that are here for me. I'm here for those people. So appreciate y'all, man. What's good? The mob, appreciate you for tapping in. Roll Tide, appreciate you for tapping in. And everybody else, man, on all platforms. I know I can't see all the reactions right now. My guy Charles Wilkerson tapping in on Facebook. Good to see you, Charles. Drop a comment. Good to see comments on Facebook. So would love to see another icon pop up in the chat. That's what we're here for. Engagement night, man. I'm trying to make sure I don't show y'all how tired I am because, man, we've been on the phone today. We've been having some conversations, and whew, you don't realize how tired just talking makes you. Tired, like talking makes you tired. So, and when you're talking to people that matter or important people that's trying to help you get to a good spot in life, you make time for those people. So we're grateful for each and every one of you that are here to support. And y'all, I want to give time for this this negative crowd to show up, man. I'm very interested in engaging with the burner pages. The phone line is going to be open, man, and I'm taking all phone calls. So if you really want to have a conversation, call in, have a conversation. If you feel like trolling tonight, you won't get but a second in a moment of fame, but I believe I know exactly where it's coming from, and we invite you to really come on and really have a conversation. And I'm just That's what I am. I don't think I know everything. I just feel strongly about what I do know and what I believe. So that's the point of having debates and having a difference of opinion, is it not? So we're going to open the phone lines here in about 5 minutes. But just in case you missed it, we had a great show earlier today. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and cue that up, just in case you missed it. Video, you can catch it on our YouTube channel right now, in our shorts. Let me see, where is it at? Where's the Let me see if I can find it over here, y'all. I don't know where it went. I want y'all to see it. It's pretty nice. As a matter of fact, let's go to the YouTube page. Give me a second, y'all. I don't know what the lag is for, y'all. I think we got maintenance on this system. In case you missed it, here we go. Can we get this screen shared? It looks like I got a turtleneck on. What's going on, man? All right, let's get it. Let's share this audio. Make sure y'all go check it out. Let's start where the meat of the matter is. What's the report on the quarterback position? I'm going to tell y'all like this. I told you all that the offense struggled as a whole in the scrimmage this past Friday. But as a performance-wise, if you had to pick a quarterback that had the better day, Keelan Russell was the one that created the most explosives. The offense.
Since day one coming in, we've been having a mindset we just got to get better, and we haven't got.
Let's talk about the wide receiver room. Rotation starting to look a little solid. I think Derek Nix is like most wide receiver coaches when it comes to guys stepping up in drills and getting their recognition during certain reps, and you're starting to see a consistency in this rotation. You're seeing Caleb Woodson is the mainstay. I think he's going to be your starter at the mic, and then you're going to have a good rotation of Abdul Sanders Jr. and QB Reese right there at the linebacker. Same thing with Luke defensive line had their struggles, but today in practice there's reports that Javen James, Casey Poe, they're starting to. Y'all know I'm excited about the secondary one, because the cornerback room has some quality, like a quality two deep rotation right now. I look at same thing with Luke Fentz. I think he'll get spot reps with containment on the D line. You got that from Keeley. His length, same. You got the same build, same frame. Tompkins is a little bit bigger, and he's going to give you a lot of quality reps from the interior too, because he's a gap shooter. And guys like Terrence Green, Jeremiah Beeman, Steve Bowler, Mari Johnson right there on the interior. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all get to that live stream from this morning, man. I think it was a very good live, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it just as much as I did. More so than anything, I like the fact that we had the crazy good engagement this morning. Wow, that beat came in kind of loud. Did it? Got a band chill, man. But y'all, that energy y'all brought this morning, I want y'all to bring that same energy tonight. Tonight's topics of conversation, man, we're just going to get into them tonight. Hot topic of conversation. We are getting a lot of similar reports on everybody's finally trying to give their take on the quarterback battle. And I told you all, I felt like it would get close to not necessarily a decision. I don't think there will be a definitive decision made at A-Day, after A-Day, the scrimmage. Neither one of those. I don't think either one of those things are happening. But I do think week 2, going into fall camp, we will have a quarterback announced. And I do believe right now, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there so we can get into the phone lines. I do believe it's going to be Keelan Russell. I think they're going to go ahead and roll their dice with the young guy. And if there's a proven space that you need to see more development, or your stage of development at this point is not what can carry us to the national championship, because I think that's been the goal since the arrival, Kalen DeBoer's arrival. What's up, Ready Rock? My guy, Big Bama in the chat. And then also my guy Samuel Wilkerson. Good to see y'all in the chat, man. We're gonna get this phone line opened up. We got an interactive live tonight, so I'm definitely acknowledging all comments. That's why I want to see what you guys got to say. I want to hear what you got to say. We're gonna get this phone line open, and I want y'all to give me thoughts on this though. We're looking at how everything is shaping up with the quarterback battle, and I look at everybody's comments, and I think people have valid points. Keelan's younger, give him time to develop. Austin Mack has been there longer. He has the most cohesive relationship with the staff. All of that is fine and good, but I'm telling you, sometimes you have to have a different game-changing it factor, and I think that's what Keelan possesses, and that's what's creating the separation. If you go and you talk to any insiders that were at practice, any reports from practice, you will hear about today's efficiency, not just from Keelan, but from both quarterbacks. But what continues to separate these two? The explosives are happening when Keelan is at the helm. He sees this offense at a different window. Is certain things. I love the timing factor becoming a point of conversation when you're talking about the separation. The vocal command, you heard Kalen DeBoer, the head coach, people be like, Coach Smook, how do you know are you the head coach? No, but I do know people that talk to him. And then the fact that he comes out and he follows it up with the same sentiment of, hey, both of these guys are very good at what they should be good at. And they're both progressing at the right rate when new things are being installed. So we explained it in our live earlier of how we expected the scrimmages to go throughout this spring and how we expected the battle to progress based off the skill set evaluations. And I'm telling you, Austin Mack is a great quarterback. Keelan Russell is a great quarterback also. My thing is this, there are certain tangibles that you cannot coach or that you cannot scheme up that quarterbacks, don't matter the position, personnel, people, players will possess, right? And those create special it factors. Bryce Young, I guarantee you, if Bryce Young had a spring versus Mac Jones, there would be a different storyline for that 2020 Coach Saban team. And I think that would have sparked a 2-year national championship run. You had a lot of guys leave after COVID that could have came back for another year. Brian Branch was one of those guys. On the defensive side, immediate following his departure, you saw the hit we took in the secondary in 21. Defensively as a whole, we lost a lot of leaders on that 20 roster. Shout out to my guy Russell McDaniel for becoming a member of the AAA family. Give it up for him, y'all. Getting that wristband. Appreciate you, man. Hey, so let's get into the phone lines, get into the phone line topics. But before we get into it, please think about becoming a member of the AAA family and continue to help us grow as a network. I appreciate everybody. Just like Russell grabbing that wristband, you can also be a member of the AAA family. And when we come back, we will get into the phone lines and start getting into these hot topics about Bama football, the quarterback situation. We're going to open the phone lines. Any questions y'all got to just 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes of discussion based off the phone line rate. Get ready to call in and just talk. Let's talk. Let's have some good times tonight. All right. Let's create some memories and create some clips. I want some clips so that we can come back and look at some of the takes and things that we think later on in the year, September, October, when things are kind of shaping up. How close are we? How accurate are we? How good was our eye for the Alabama football squad? And then we got a little hot takes of check the comments. We got a segment. I'm going to introduce it to y'all. It should be fun. We should get some Twitter reactions tonight once they see that they're getting their attention finally. But join the AAA family. Check us out and check out our sponsors too, Walk-Ons. We appreciate y'all.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level, One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On's Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips, the perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Get into it, man. I've been waiting all day to try to get engaged with you all today. Shout out to the viewers in the chat on YouTube. Shout out to all the viewers in the chat on Twitter. We got some viewers on Facebook, man. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to get into it because we got some good conversations. First of all, Alabama football is hot. We know Alabama spring ball is the main topic of conversation for everybody, but also just the fact that A-Day is this weekend. I want to open the floor to have conversation. What are you expecting from A-Day? What are some of the storylines that you believe are kind of being hidden because one, this may be a problem, or we may have found an answer? I have a few thoughts. In that regard. More so leaning towards the fact of, I think this staff truly does believe in what they're developing in the quarterback room. I truly believe that, and I think that right now they have an opportunity to build in both ways, both directions, no matter which quarterback, which decision. What's going on, JC? Good to see you in the chat. No matter what decision you go at quarterback, I think that this staff is confident, play calling wise, development wise. I think they're confident where they're going to be in the fall, and good enough to where it's going to be a level, a national championship level. We talked about the schedule on the last call-in show. We kind of talked about in spots where we felt like this team could truly be tested. But by that time, we should have an identity. And I think that's the biggest thing for this year 3 under Kalen DeBoer, establish an identity. If you come out of this season, and I'm talking about a successful season, 11-1, 10-2 floor, SEC championship title, national championship appearance, and I would even say third round, semifinals appearance would even be an improvement of what we've seen over the past 2 years, right? Continue to take that step forward and keep the program in the ranks of national championship contenders. But a national championship appearance, win or loss, an appearance, I think lets us know that he's got the right idea of where we need to develop into as a program on the field, and the way that he's recruiting and assembling staff. a huge part of, I think a huge part of the excitement and the change in energy on the field as far as practice right now is because of some of the staff members that you added. Not to say anything negative about the staff members that left, but you're finding that even Jackson Lloyd today, during his interview, post-practice interview, he even made the point of the fact that Coach Adrian being there, he's seeing some difference in his effectiveness in mechanics and in his hand placement and how he uses his hands. And I believe I've said this, and other analysts and insiders and resources have said this since Jackson Lloyd's recruitment, probably the most polished, technically and mechanically polished offensive lineman that Alabama brought in that class. So it's no surprise to see him be the guy that's at left tackle that's going to get the starting reps, but also to see that he's going to continue to ascend with some new eyes in the offensive line room, both the offensive line head coach, the lead offensive line coach and the assistant offensive line coach, being new staffers, getting some new eyes on developing talent. And that's a huge thing at the University of Alabama. That's what Saban, with the assistance of the NCAA and how things were, he was able to capitalize on developing talent. Now with the portal, it's kind of hard to see that window turn around. And I think that's what Kalen DeBoer, even in this short stint as a head coach, you got to remember, I think he's going into his 9th or 8th year as a head coach at the FBS level. Right? Not total years as a head coach, but at the FBS level, meaning the D1 level, Fresno State, Washington, and now Alabama. Those were his head coaching stints. 2 years at both stops. This is his third. So 7 years as a head coach. 8 seasons, I believe. I think he did have like a half season. So you could roughly say 7 seasons. And he's the number 2, I believe, in as far as head coaches and win percentage at this level. And the amount of appearances he's made in both conference title games as a head coach. Fresno, he had a conference title appearance there. Same thing at Washington, 2 of those there. Won 1, lost 1. Or did he win both of them at Washington? Conference titles, but then had a playoff appearance at Washington, national championship appearance, conference title appearance at Alabama, playoff appearance at Alabama. We should see some continued progression. Looking for quickness and vision from running backs at A-Day. Running backs have barely made anyone miss. But I think more so than anything this year, the running backs, I think the focal point has been establishing the physicality standpoint, establishing that quick step reflex, reestablishing it. It used to be a thing of the Alabama running back room. Quick step that you're starting to see a lot of first step running backs get a lot more carries, right? And then also they also affect the passing game too. Look at how they affect the passing game out the backfield. A lot of those swing routes, you want to run it back, they could catch it, put their foot in the ground, make one cut and creates a big play in open space out of the backfield. So I'm excited about it. Let me get this uploaded here so we can have some on-screen action for y'all, so y'all can know we're talking football today. Y'all, I'm excited because one, A-Day to me, I think fans are getting exactly what they need, more so than what they want. With the scrimmage and how things are transpiring with, and I gotta edit this. I want to do the other edit. AJ, hold on, chat. Let me do this real quick. I want to set it up the other way. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I got a little OCD when it comes to this presentation thing. All right, then we're gonna put this back here and put this up here. I think I grabbed it. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm about to be right back, I promise. Mary J, I don't know if you can see me editing this, but it's acting weird today. StreamYard did say it was having some issues. They're about to do another update, I guarantee it. So we're gonna update the layout like this. It wasn't bad looking while I was editing. That's good. All right, little delay on the YouTube script. There we go. That looks solid. We're gonna make the screen a little bit smaller. Look big next to me. I know I got a big head already, so it's a little bit smaller. We can make it a little bit smaller. Right up there in the corner. All right, y'all. Welcome to the squad, everybody. Welcome to the live. Appreciate y'all for tapping them likes. We need 5 more likes to get to our like goal of 25 here on the stream. Appreciate y'all for that. And let's continue to run the comments up. I'm going to go ahead and open the phone lines. 334-625-1121. Go ahead, call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. And it's kind of just open topic of conversations. We're talking about future projections. We're talking about answers. We want to see the things at A-Day. I think we got a lot of insight too for how A-Day is going to look too, because the scrimmage that I was able to go to and the things that I was able to see, it's going to give us game-like atmosphere.
Call from Zack Willie.
Yo, Zack, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Appreciate you for calling in. What's up, man? Talk to me.
What's good, Coach Smook and my AAA family? How are y'all doing this evening?
Look, man, we chilling, brother. We ready to get into it tonight. We got some time tonight too, Zack. So I'm gonna just kind of open the floor. What's on your mind and thoughts when it comes to Alabama sports? You see that, got Alabama back. Well, we got the basketball transfer portal open. That's been kind of a hot topic of conversation, but a really hot conversation right now is Alabama football, the quarterback battle. You were in our live earlier. You saw some of the reports that I had. Then I know there's a lot of other people finally posting content, and we're getting similar reports from today's practice. So just open floor is open for you. Is your thoughts, man? Go ahead. The floor is yours, Zack.
Yep. I'm going to say this. I'm going to hit y'all with some facts. Then I'm going to do some hot topics.
Okay.
What has been since Coach Saban's first national championship at Alabama, what has been the common denominator in all those seasons? Number one, we had a Heisman Trophy finalist, not necessarily a winner, Heisman Trophy winner, and a Heisman Trophy finalist. We had at least one guy that was an it factor, 2009, Mark Ingram. 2011, Trent Richardson. 2012, Amari Cooper. 2015, Derrick Henry. 2017 is the only year we won a national championship and did not have a Heisman contender. And the reason we won the national championship that year is because we was able to throw Tua in the second half, and that threw Georgia off balance because they was not prepared to have Tua come in to the game in that game. 2021, Bryce won the Heisman. We did not win a national championship that year, because 80-90% of our offensive production was injured. Defensively, we was shorthanded defensively. This year, okay, now I have to hit you with some hot fire. This year, Keelan Russell, he will be the starting quarterback. Not only will he be the starting quarterback, I believe he'll have 4,500 yards passing. And to go with 200 to 300 yards rushing, when he has to utilize his legs in moments. Also, Keelan Russell will be your Heisman Trophy winner this year.
You think he's going to win it?
In my opinion, I think he's going to win it.
First year starter.
I think first year starter. I think he's going to prove all the haters wrong. And the simple fact of the matter is, Keelan Russell is a once in a generation type of talent, and I don't think any other quarterback in in this class or that's starting this year will have the kind of season that and impact that he will have as a first year starter.
Man.
Yes, will there be quarterbacks that will have more opportunities because of a experience thing? Yes, like Arch Manning, Julian Say, and Dante Moore at Oregon. But me personally, I just see Keelan going out there and being able to take this team to the next level, to where Alabama from here on out will be a dangerous school, and not necessarily winning championships every year, but will be right there in that conversation. This, I think, Kalen DeBoer is on a path to have a similar success to Nick Saban, not the same success, but similar, because he's been on the same path as Saban, and he finally has his recruits. He has players that are bought into what he's doing and how he's running this program. And he's got his coaching staff. And so I believe this year our football team will will be the most dangerous team in all of college football this year.
I think a lot of people are going to see like where college football is transcending with the executive order in place, with us getting back to college age level. You're going to see how the game has advanced over the past 3 or 4 years when it comes to the quarterback development. I think more and more prospects will come into collegiate ranks out of high school, 17, 18 years old, ready to develop in season, especially with the new early enrollment calendar and all the things that you can do in the off season to get to these mechanic and skills development facilities. I think you're going to continue to see Keelan Russell-like talents develop. I look at even this next class with Elijah Haven, like just his continued development. I know people don't put a lot of stock into 7-on-7 and camp series and skills drills and all that, but some things you can just see in a player and how much work they're putting into their development. It may not necessarily be the in-action live play that you can put on film, but you can see certain things developing. And I think that's what I see with Keelan Russell. But you just turn the film on from last year. Look at the different level of confidence in delivery with his reps in pickup garbage time compared to Austin Mack. Both of them look good. Don't move the goalposts and say, but let's look at who looks the best. Like when you look at them drop back and you see a play breakdown, who looked like they knew what they were on, where their head was. You know, Russell just has looked composed with every possible. Anytime you view his game film, show me a horrible snap from Keelan Russell from any point in his career, like a bad snap, and I want to see how he follows that up. I've seen that from Mac. I've seen those phases of him having a bad snap and how that snowball effect is kind of been a thing on it. Now, to his defense, Austin Mack looked really well this past weekend, man. This past Friday, he looked really well. As much as I think the turnover that was committed could have been avoided. I think there was a better check down option, or even in his situation, I know it's going to get blown dead, but tuck it and run it. You know, that's what we expect from you anyways. Positive plays is what's going to continue to keep you in the race. So, but overall, man, he looks just as comfortable as Keelan. And just like I said, you can tell where new things were being implemented because neither one of them looked fluid. It's just with Russell, when things didn't go as planned, especially you could tell receivers were struggling with like depth issues or, you know, where to stem at when a certain look was thrown at them. So you see that you see that miscommunication, but at the same time, you see Russell's ability to make it look better than what it should. And that's where the separation is happening for me. Hey,
Can you still hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You said right. My guy Big Bama jumped in the chat. He said, not mad at Zack takes today. Hey, he's speaking some truth, man. I mean, sometimes, and I get it. Everybody's going to have their opinion about the way I report stuff and how I do things, right? But it's funny how throughout the season, my takes on Ty Simpson, everybody was hyping about where he was ascending to. And I was telling people to kind of just calm down because we're still seeing, even though as efficient as his passing was, we were missing out on averaging like 50-some points a game because of not taking advantage of that deep ball. And I knew that would come back and hunt us at some point. Right. People were playing soft in coverage on us to start the first 5-6 weeks of the season because they knew what type of talent we possessed in the wide receiver room. But then when they started pressing up and creating that mirage of physicality or just crowding the line of scrimmage, we saw his flaws kind of get exposed and people capitalize. Like defensive coordinators in the SEC, you don't have college SEC defensive coordinators anymore. You got NFL rejects, guys who were calling NFL defenses at the highest level, right? Or they were on staffs, and now they're polluting the defensive coordinators or former head coaches that are great defensive minds that have impacted the development of defense overall. So I think Kalen DeBoer and staff right now with the quarterback position is that Keelan Russell is your answer. I mean, just for the culture in general, Keelan Russell is your answer. And if it doesn't work, you got Eastern Carolina, then you got Kentucky. You got 2 weeks to really try to validate it. So go ahead, man. Floor is yours.
But yeah, and to extend on what you're talking about NFL DCs coming to the college ranks and succeeding. Nick Saban was the first one. He was a NFL defensive back coach, DC. He took what he learned at the NFL level and applied it to college, and that's why he was so successful. Now that all of college football is taking advantage of it, it caught up with him, and everybody was catching up to what he was doing and the kind of coaching he provided, and that's when you started seeing Alabama not being as successful when NIL hit.
Right. And I think that could be a fair argument, man. That could be a fair argument here of if you go with Mac, right, you still have the what if possibility, right? We know for a fact Keelan has to give us 2 years. And you have a probably the best grouping of wide receivers as far as total spread of talent in this room. Do you really want to miss out on utilizing all of these vertical threat assets that you have collected over the past 2 seasons? Do you want to miss out on seeing the possibility of them? And I think that's another stage where Russell is separating the ability to attack. Right. That. So there are multiple things in his favor. The only thing not in his favor is just not having that veteran presence and having that experience that we've seen Austin Mack kind of develop. And then just the natural size. And I mean, Austin Mack could be a Cam Newton-like asset for this year's offense. It's possible. Right. But do I want to risk seeing that, or do I want to see like the defenses back off of our front because we're hitting those 15 to 30-yard passes on a consistent rate, and now our run game is opening up, and now our offensive line looks a lot better than what people are giving them credit for. So I think I think a lot of people there is conversation to be had about it, but I think the writing is on the wall at who the better talent is. Zach, I want to get your thoughts on this, man. I made a tweet, and this is just shifting topics. We're going to talk about basketball a little bit here. We saw Aiden Sherrill has announced that he's going into the portal. I don't think that's the best move for him, but at the same time, when I think about Aiden Sherrill and his skill set, I made the comment, and I'm gonna bring the tweet up, man. Twitter is going crazy about it right now. I mean,
for people not to care about what I say, everything I post about Nate Oates, they sure have a lot. They don't say nothing about the good stuff I post. They just when I attack something about his philosophy, that's when they want to come and talk crazy. But let me find the original post. I basically was saying that some guys do want to get paid. I was saying some guys do want to be developed. Some guys don't just want to be paid, you know. And I'm a firm believer that there have been talents that currently are in the Port of Alabama, right, or have hit the Port of Alabama. I said kids want to develop, you know, and I'm close to the situation surrounding Aiden Sherrill. I remember last year when there was rumors of him wanting to get in the portal last year. Alabama had to up that NIL. Right. All those stories, people kept talking. You don't know nothing, but literally that happened. He turns around. He has a more productive year with more minutes.
Right.
I want to make this argument. I don't think development or having production with more time is a direct correlation of development. I don't think because last year he averaged and I'm just throwing numbers out there. Let's say last year he averaged 6 minutes a game with 4 points a game, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 4 fouls, right? And then this year he's averaging instead of 6 minutes, he's averaging 22 minutes a game. And instead of 4 points a game, now he's averaging 12 points a game, right? And instead of 1 rebound a game, he's averaging 6 rebounds a game. And then, you know, fouls is still about the same. Turnovers have went up. Everything's going up because of his time. I don't think that truly necessarily correlates to development. What do you think about Aiden Sherrill's?
I agree.
What do you think about Aiden Sherrill's decision in the portal? Do you think that's the best move for him? And then as far as Nate Oates, I want to hear your thoughts. Look, we got Twitter comments. Appreciate y'all for pulling up Twitter. I want y'all on the phone line. All you tough guys, they got these weird comments. But what do you think about Sherrill's decision to get in the portal, 1? And then 2, Nate Oates' philosophy. I ask again, and I asked this weeks ago before the tournament started. I predicted what round we would exit, what the matchups would look like, why they would look like. What do you think Nate Oates needs to do in the future to really try to bring home Alabama's first national championship? I like all the success. I'm not discrediting that, but let's really talk about what's keeping them from getting over the top. So Aiden Sherrill, what do you think?
Okay, do I think it was the best decision for Aiden Sherrill to go into the portal? No, and the reason why I say that is because from what I have seen, he hasn't been able to get over the hump to use his size to his advantage. And when I say that is using it to be more aggressive on the boards. Did we see it in moments? Yes, in games to where we was just a more dominant, bigger, stronger, more physical team. But in moments like against Michigan, against Tennessee, you know, teams that we lost the rebounding margin by 20-plus rebounds, you know, he wasn't utilizing his size.
But even with just his size, Zach, not just him, but I see comments about Aiden Holloway. How has Aiden Holloway developed? He's getting more minutes. He came into, his collegiate recruiting was his scoring ability. Just because he's thrown into a system that centralizes about that is centralized, the offense system that's about spacing and threes, right? Reactive threes, reactive shooting. I just remember watching I think it was Coach Kerr talking about how that system kind of is the mindset of it. You know, if a guy can't close out on you within 0.5 seconds, their focal point on the offense is spacing, swing the ball, let's dribble, penetrate, swing the ball. You should be able to shoot. You see a lot of Bama players that have high percentages under Nate Oates. They have quick releases.
They have quick releases. They don't require a lot of space to get shots off. So a lot of bad looking shots aren't bad shots for them because they're used to getting those shots off under a certain time frame. Now you get into that. What happens after that, though, when that's not happening? And that's where we see the flaws in Nate Oates' system, because when that's not happening, when people are closing out good, like Arkansas, like Tennessee, like Michigan, when they're closing out on the boundaries, even like Hofstra did in the first half, like when teams are bought into defensive pressure on the perimeter, where's your offensive consistency? That's one flaw. And then defensively, there has not been a big that came through Nate Oates' tenure at Alabama that has established himself as a defensive presence. Nor have we seen stretch fours used to their maximum capability. I seen Houston Mallett, man. That young man, there's no way you don't start the game with his energy, right? There's no game where he's not for sure in your lineup as your stretch four or even as a big three. You can hold him as a big three if you got guys like Sherrill or Bo Bowen who want to play around the perimeter, because you get height and length with his activity on the boards in the passing lanes, and then also on the offensive side as a perimeter threat, as a spot up shooter from the corner. Like I don't understand how you have all of these skill sets and we struggle in the simplest things. Guys don't box out. Guys don't transition defense. There's a lot of miscommunication on the back end, and people continue to say that he's developing guys. Where these are problems that these high school kids come in with, and they are leaving Alabama with the same issues. Where's the development happening at? That's all I'm asking, Chad.
Right, and I agree with you. And Aiden Holloway hasn't improved none. I mean, if you want to look at it, look at the season with Aiden Holloway, and then look at the tournament without Aiden Holloway. Without Aiden Holloway in the tournament, our defensive production increased, not to the level where we needed it to be to make a deep run, but it still increased enough to be competitive and put us in positions to win games.
Facts.
You know.
Facts.
And I even take a step further, going back to the Michigan game. We had opportunities to win that game. We did not capitalize on opportunities to win that game because of Nate Oates' system and how he runs his system, his philosophy. If we was able to, if Nate Oates played defense like every other team in the tournament, then we would make deeper runs, be competing for a championship. You know, yeah, Michigan won the national championship for Christ's sake. You know, and what did they do? Play defense. They got into a game. I watched the national championship game last night. That was it was ugly offensively on both sides. Michigan beat UConn at their own game, you know, just because Michigan made more plays, you know, and played defense. If we played defense against Michigan, we would have won that game. Because when we play defense, we seen it the game before against Texas Tech. When we play defense, our offense gets more productive, and we make more shots, get more opportunities, and it changes the outcomes of the game.
100%. Well, Zach, what's going to happen, man? We're going to get these phone lines open back up. I think a lot of people got a lot to say about, and nobody's see. This is what I laugh at before I let you go. This is what I laugh at, because you got people trying to make an argument that I'm not making. Right? They're trying to make an argument that Nate Oates is trash, or he hasn't been the most successful coach at Alabama. All this other goofy stuff. And then the funny part about it, man, is burner accounts. People who don't even have enough courage
to stand on what they say. They get on Twitter, they get on YouTube, they get these burner accounts. They go the extra mile to hide their identity. And they don't come around until they feel like it's a lot of attention somewhere. So you got people that are talking about somebody, come at somebody's personality, but then these people are making comments and statements from a hidden identity. Is confusing them. But like Aiden Holloway's burner. Let me show you this comment right here. This guy, he's been following me forever. Swear he don't follow me, but anytime is anything about Coach Smook on Twitter, he gonna be there. And I appreciate the support. And I kind of got an idea, but he was like, you don't know ball in any sport. All right, that's cool. I mean, everybody got their opinion. But you look at this guy's love for the Coach Smook Network. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I mean, it's just beautiful, you know?
Yep.
And then you see people come out and like they do this daily. They wake up and they do this like throughout their whole day. Yeah, like this guy. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, you just created the page a year ago. You barely tap in. We know what you're here for. And it's sad that these dudes is like doing this on the daily, but it creates good for good content. Find activity detected, chat.
Right.
So be careful out here on these socials. Final thought, Zach. Let's get this phone line opened up. We got a lot of topics to talk about. That quarterback battle gonna have a lot of people mad once they start to find out what's truly happening, man.
Fact. And road time, my AAA family, I'll holler at y'all later. For the ones that are coming to A-Day, I'll probably see y'all Saturday and road time.
Facts, 100%. Zach, roll tide. Y'all give it up for Zach, man. Jumping in the game with Coach. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Let's go. 334-625-1121. Another hot topic on the set today. I think this is a good topic, good conversation, and a fun one.
And I'm going to share this screen real quick as we get ready to get back into it. 334-625-1121. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. I think this is accurate. This is accurate. Coming into the season, I would argue that this may be accurate. And I want to make sure this is the updated take of this. And it is. All right, I want to on three's JD Picknell. He has the most talented roster. They have ranked on three has ranked the most talented rosters in college football coming into the 2026-27 season. Let me see. I got a message. Let's see what we got. Lots of football talk. Okay, yeah, I see that. Y'all check this out. This is another topic of discussion I've been waiting to kind of divulge in, because everybody keeps talking about all this talent that Alabama has. And I don't think people realize that Alabama truly has not had the top talented rosters as far as players on roster, right? You've had top recruiting classes, right? You had a number 3, you had a number 2. You've had a number 5, I think, on the calendar board. Number 5, number 3, and number 2 thus far. If somebody double check that, I'm not sure. But look at this list, man. I would agree. I look at Ohio State. I was just talking to someone that supports Ohio State, very close to the program. And I was just talking about how much talent they actually have available. Just the wide receiver room alone. Then the quarterback battle is not really a battle, saying it's coming back, but they got some quality backups there. Then you look at the running back room, they got a lot of undiscovered talent that's just ready to come out. But defensively, they're stacked. They went out in the portal, got some guys that were former 4 stars, high-rated 4 stars, 5 stars, some former 3 stars. They got a few of Alabama 4-star, 5-star guys. They do have talent on their roster. And then you look at Georgia, outside of the quarterback position, they're set. And Gunnar Stockton is poised to kind of just live up to that 4-star hype he got into college with. Texas, the same thing, just talent. You don't see them developing talent. Steve Sarkisian has the Nate Oates problem, can't develop talent for some reason. Same thing with Dan Lanning. I think he's just ahead of his time. At some point in time, I think Dan Lanning will be a great head coach. But as far as getting talent, Oregon is doing the right things. As far as NIL, they got the strong Nike backing and their alumni supporters there. And Notre Dame has flipped the switch on how they're recruiting and guys that they're getting out the portal. Kiffin at LSU has been given the keys to the city, keys to the state, and they let him drive that thing, and he's going to drive right in the ground. Miami, Cristobal, finally getting some turnover, them private investors and all that alumni support popping up, able to get some talent. A&M, Texas money, Texas Tech, Texas money, Oklahoma, and they're and I plan on getting Jason on here soon. Oklahoma has done some crazy things in the portal, getting a lot of former 3 stars that have gotten some quality playing time at the collegiate level. But then their recruiting class, they've rebuilt the trenches. Oklahoma might have one of the better fronts on the defensive side in college football. I know I brag about Alabama, but Oklahoma, Bama, Georgia, Ohio State be right there. And I think top 5 right there. You talk about it. And then honorable mention USC. As much turnover as we've seen at USC, they still quietly go and get guys. 5-star, 4 stars. West Coast, California love, all that stuff is still there for USC. So this is accurate. Where does Alabama rank, in my opinion? And we could have that talk on the phone lines too. 334-625-1121. The phone lines are open. 334. As a matter of fact, where did the phone lines go? I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe I did close them out. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game. Coach Smook, the phone lines are now open. Y'all can call in. We got a conversation. Most talented rosters. This helps in that Oklahoma, Texas money. You stupid, man. You stupid. That's me for real though. They really on there though, man. People sleeping on Oklahoma. Man. Tell you, bro. Oklahoma doing some things, man. They got some stuff going on. They got some stuff brewing. Phone line is open, though, 334-625-1121. What do y'all think Alabama's roster talent ranks right now? I think we did really good in the portal. I think if you stay right there in the top 15, top 12, you put yourself in position to be, as far as just gathering talent, because having the most talented roster don't necessarily mean you're going to have the best team, right? Most talented roster is one thing. Having the best team has a lot to do with coaching, scheme, how players fit. Like, I could literally have 10 players on the offensive side that run 4-3s, but if I don't have a quarterback or offensive line to protect the quarterback to get them the ball, there's only so much I could do on jet sweeps and, the run game to utilize the full capabilities of these players. We got a caller in. This is one of y'all favorites. Let's get it.
Call from
Shep.
Yo, Shep, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. Y'all give it up for my guy, Shep, chat.
Good afternoon, Coach.
What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, sir. I won't complain.
Amen. Talk to me, man. What's going on? What's on your mind? We got open chat, open forum talk tonight, man. We got a lot of hot topics coming from spring ball with the quarterback battle. I gave my take. You know who I got. I already told you who I had before spring kicked off, and storylines and things are leading towards that. We got that hot topic. We got all the depth and defense and all that stuff. We got the Alabama portal, basketball portal open. A lot of stuff to talk about. What's on your mind, Shep? Talk to me.
Well, you know me. I want to say good afternoon to the chat. Man, first basketball. Coach Smook. Man, how does he lead? How does he lose both of his big men? He lost Aiden Sherrill and the other guy. I mean, do you think it's a money thing, Coach?
Some of it is a money thing, but at the same time, if somebody's going to pay me more to come to their school, and I'm seeing that as a 6'10", 6'11" big that has stretch big capabilities, but I know my trajectory or my peak or my ability to get to the league involves me being able to be in the paint. And I'm not being utilized in a system that highlights that or that even gives that an opportunity. I tell you my complaints about it. I just feel like these bigs are not programmed to run effective high screen and roll action. And even off ball actions with the bigs is not consistent for me in NATO's system. Now you get a big that's comfortable with high screen and pop actions and has a quick release, doesn't need a lot of space. That's perfect world, but how many of those are really out there that Alabama's going to be able to afford? So my argument is, where is he actually developing guys? Where is the development? I don't see guys getting better in phases of the game with skill sets that they already possess. I don't see them. I don't see it happening. Bo Bolden is a stretch 5, a stretch 4. He didn't come to Bama and get better at rim protecting. He was better at rim protecting at the previous destination. Just couldn't stay healthy. So, Sherrill, young guy, where was his interior presence? When things were flowing, he was in transition, attacking the paint. That's when he was most effective. To accent that, to be able to stretch it to the perimeter, that's what you want to see from a stretch 4, a guy that can have their paint presence. And I don't think NATO's system catered to that and allowed him to develop that.
I totally agree. They were trying to say that North Carolina pretty much kind of had him on the hook at one time, and he got off. In a way, I could kind of see him in North Carolina, because Roy Williams, and he did kind of run that run and gun type of offense, but he always had a big down there too.
Yeah.
It also. And he also always had like a real good power forward, like somebody that could go and get 15 to 19 a game, and we just didn't see a power forward presence in Tuscaloosa this year. I mean, do they have a power forward in basketball anymore? Look like now everybody want to stretch the floor. Look like the power forwards is coming out to the 3-point line, Coach.
Hold on, y'all.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you. We just heard some crazy noises outside. Hold on, y'all. I gotta. All right, y'all. Let me go to a commercial break. Shep, stay on the line. We'll be right back, Chad. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Give me an infomercial break, and we'll be right back, Chad. I'll be right back.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing. And we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Y'all, everything good. Y'all, everything is good. We're back with the caller. We had to go and check. You know, we got to be safe around here. You know, everybody know where we from down here in Montgomery. We got to go check. And for some reason, there's fireworks going off downtown for some reason, and I didn't know about it. So my PTSD was kind of acting up a little bit. So y'all just got to give a veteran a time to do his breaths and stuff. We had to go and double check that because it sounds loud. Even my puppy, he had to jump up too. So appreciate y'all for giving me that moment. We're back on the line with Chef. Chef, where were we, man? We left off. We were kind of talking about just the whole process around these guys moving along.
Yes, I was just saying about the power forward position. I don't know who really, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Bama has a power forward in their rotation. Because it looks like everybody want to kind of, you know, stretch the floor, man, and shoot threes. And shame on Nate Oates for allowing them guys to take that many 3-pointers, man, you know, without focusing being around the bucket. And that's, you know, and that really what hurt North Carolina this year. Like the same type thing hurt North Carolina had a hard time getting those easy buckets. Those easy buckets count, man. Like, those, tip-in buckets, those buckets off of, bad shot selection. I call them easy buckets. Alabama got a lot of Bama buckets were very tough, man. Like,
and you know
very
what?
tough, very.
No, go ahead, brother.
Oh no, sir, I'm done.
No, I was going to just say, like, but that's, to me, I don't mind it with his philosophy, right? I think to a certain extent, the way he trains up, it's not like he's just going out there getting guys that can shoot good. He's going to get good shooters, and he's developing them in the aspect of, hey, in this system, I want you to get used to up 0.5 seconds. That's how we become an effective offense. Our tempo, our spacing, and the ability to capitalize off of minimal spacing
as much as possible. And to me, you only have success when you're able to accent that with, like you're saying, bigs that can give you those cleanup type of transition moments on offense, right? And that's literally all we're asking for. Can you develop a guy from an extension of how good this offense looks when it is a perimeter guy? When you had guys that attacked the basket that didn't finish well around the basket in Mark Sears, he started doing it well, right? But when it got into moments where you found balanced teams that could slow us down, he wasn't a half-court asset. Fyline was a generational talent that showed up at Alabama, and truly and honestly, freshman year should have been in more tight game situations that first year. He shouldn't have had to come back this year. Playing behind Mark Sears and Aiden Holloway last year, he was better of the two last year.
Yeah. And you know, and when I watched UConn and Michigan last night, it's almost like a repeat of about 2 or 3 years ago when UConn won it.
Yep.
And Nate Oates, Alabama didn't have no big man to compete, you know, with that kind of ball. So he went out and he tried to get some. I mean, year after year, you know, college ball is showing him, man, you got to have some size. And I ain't talking about no guys that just like, you know, like the African dude. He tall, but you got to have some legs. Them guys are tall and lengthy. I'm talking about
no. What they say, no bottom to the britches.
Come on, man, no bottom to the britches. And I'm shocked at that, man. UConn, huge. Michigan, huge. I mean, they both huge.
And I get it. To his defense, Alabama's NIL when it comes to the basketball program is nowhere near those programs. I get it. But that's the point I'm making. Where has he went out and got a guy and developed him to set a benchmark? There's no – I mean, Charles Bediako wasn't somebody that he developed. That was a guy that was good. Regardless of where he went, he was going to be good. Same thing with Miller, right. Brandon Miller. Same thing with Fyline. I feel like no matter where those guys went, they were going to be good. But it's guys like Aiden Sherrill that could develop in a system like this that's attractive to their offensive skill sets. But can you develop them in the next phase of what they should be doing for their position at the NBA level? Sherrill is going to have some type of post game if he's going to make it to the NBA, right? Same thing with Bol Boy. Yeah. I can even talk about Griffin. A lot of people laugh and talking about Griffin back in the portal, but he went to not Griffin. What's the other young boy's name that was at Bama last year? Wing guy. I had they things up earlier. Jaren Stevenson. Jaren Stevenson, there is no way I let a guy like Stevenson go. A wing, a 6'10" wing, not power forward. This is a wing, one of your new hybrid wing guards. There's no way I let him get in the portal or go somewhere else and develop because I'm refusing to implement his transition effectiveness. He goes to North Carolina, and yes, he's limited in his play because they had kind of like a class ahead of him. His development in their system took a little back seat when they got some development from some younger guys and another portal guy. But Stevenson, I guarantee you, I think he's in the portal now, but he finds a system that understands, hey, my 3-and-D slasher mentality needs to be implemented, and my most effectiveness is going to come when you make me play around the rim, when you devise things for me to play around the rim. Stevenson was another energy guy. How do you lose Stevenson and you got a guy like Mallett? You got two big assets, right? From suffering from lack of presence from a big. You got two long assets, 6'10", 6'9", 6'10" assets in Stevenson and Mallett that you can utilize to compensate for that. If you're going to keep this high tempo pace and 3-and-D spread, spread and 3 concept going, this philosophy, why don't you try to hold on to guys like that? That's where I'm questioning Nate Oates' development and his philosophy.
Absolutely. And so I guess I want to pivot to football, Coach.
Look, I already know it. I already know it. Come on, bring it. I've been waiting. Come on.
Well, I was watching the D-line today, man, and I started to text you because, man, I saw some hefty jokers on the D-line. I saw a number 25, man. Dude was built like, a straight man. I don't know.
Steve Bowling.
His
His name is Steve Mduma, Steve Bowler is what they call him. The young man, 6'4", 315 pounds right now.
But he don't look it. That dude, calf muscles the size of a fruit jar, buddy. Alabama got some men on that defense. And I saw, and also I saw Womack over it, and he was, they are definitely pushing, they are pushing toughness and all that stuff. And I love that. I'm not saying that they haven't done it in the past, but I like what I'm seeing out of Alabama defense. And then also I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with it. I'm gonna say this, Coach, and you need to buy me Starbucks in the morning because I'm gonna kind of agree with you on this right here. If Austin Mack hasn't separated himself by now, I don't know if he's gonna win that starting job. I'm starting to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Kind of.
You drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit? Tell the truth, man. Cause you listen. We've seen this story twice before, but in different iterations. First year was Jalen Monroe. He's the guy. He's been here the longest. He has the time. We don't care what Ty Simpson looks like. We got to go with Monroe. He has the locker room, this, that, and the third. We don't know this team. This is new territory. Let's go with what's comfortable for them and build off of that. That happened with the quarterback decision. Then year two, okay, we got an idea of what we want to build from, and we know that we got a few assets in recruiting, plus we got some returning assets, and we was able to get a few pieces out the portal. Let's try to start building on that. Ty Simpson's just a lot more comfortable with handling that for us. Not necessarily the best quarterback in the room, not necessarily the best arm, not the most dynamic, but he is the most consistent, and he does bring the right presence. That's what we're going to go with. Now, how do you ascend from there? You don't go with the same situation in Austin Mack. He is not the best quarterback in the room. He wasn't the best quarterback in the room last year. So the next step, in my opinion, is the guy that we really want to see as our future prototypical guy that we're going to recruit at this position. When Alabama under Kalen DeBoer recruits quarterbacks, which quarterback do they want to have? Is it going to be a Keelan Russell or is it going to be an Austin Mack?
Right. And Coach, I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this. My thing is, and I've said it on the show before, and I get so amped up about it, because I'm always looking forward. Coach, man, it's hard to watch Alabama, especially even when Nick Taylor was there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think people were kind of comfortable with Nick, and because we were comfortable with Nick, and Nick gave us many good years, I think people just kind of let him get away with, get away with some stuff.
Come on, man.
So, but what I'm saying is, Coach, in year 7, and I'm not putting this all on the board. I don't think it's fair, to put it all on him in his third year. This is the third year. Let's just see what year 3 gonna do. But my question is, and I'm gonna ease off the phone line tonight. It won't be long. Is who is the guy when Bama go to looking down the barrel of defensive front, all kind of check offs that people gonna throw at us, because Keelan, the young quarterback, they gonna throw a lot of stuff at him. They just gonna do it. They gonna do it. And I'm not saying they're gonna do that. Also, Mac too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, God knows I want Alabama to horse that title, to horse that trophy again. And my thing is, who is the guy ultimately that can lead Alabama not just to the playoffs? I'm listening. Thank God for the playoffs. I'm happy for the playoffs. But I want Alabama to go to the national championship game and win the trophy back. Since don't nobody else want to bring the trophy back to the SEC.
Come on, man.
Why not let it be Alabama? I don't know. Georgia don't want it. Missouri don't. Show that I'm going with my team. I'm going with the home team. Which quarterback can make sure that happens under surmountable pressure, can make the reads, can make the throws, can do what Kalen DeBoer can't really coach him to do. That's my question, Coach. And I'm gonna say this: put me in the game. I'm getting off the phone line because I'll get amped up. I'm just who is the guy that without a shadow of a doubt that we can sit back, fold our arms, eat peace and wings, and say he gonna lead us to the big dance. That's all I want to know.
Hey, I want to know who you think it is. Final thought. Like this, the last time you get to say something about it before A-Day. Who do you think that guy is? You said it was Austin Mack before the spring. You getting reports from, and you got people you talk to that's connected to Shep. I know that. Who do you think the guy gonna be now? Come on now.
Golly, Coach, I don't think that's
put the pressure on you. Come on. Now, I want to know. Pick one. Who gonna be named the starter in fall?
Oh my God, Coach. Coach, can I save it for later? I want to hear your thoughts on the question.
I got you, man. I ain't gonna do it to you like that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look. Now look.
Because what got me this way is because everything that I read and heard today saying that like nobody has separate so that and not only did I hear that, but I heard that Ryan Grubb was working with Keelan Russell like personally. And they said and so the person said that was like that's usually what happens with the starter. Like the OC work with.
Hey, Shep, I know you probably wasn't on the channel as much this time last year, but and Kareem, if you're in here, if anybody, where Kareem at? I know he was here. Jason was probably here. I would say this. I'm gonna say this. Last year, around the same practice number 11, 12, between practice 11 and 13, there was a storyline that I highlighted about all three quarterbacks still being in the battle, but you could see Ty Simpson getting pulled to the side by Ryan Grubb a lot more. You see more rotational things happening with Russell and Mack. Now you see the similar thing happening, but this time it's not just like it's not a situation where you're seeing three quarterbacks pulled to the side. You're seeing Russell really get that time. And I'm not saying it's not happening with Mack. It was happening. But last week, every shot, it was those two with Grubb. It was those two with DeBoer. Now this week, it's like you're seeing these spots where he's getting pulled aside. You're hearing about the amount of reps and guys. Now, like you said, there's a lot of people that's going to sit there and look at how many passes are being completed to see who the separation is happening with. But I'm going to look at what's happening because passes aren't being completed. What's happening? Okay, is it bad passes? Is it because he's not seeing the right window? Is it because it's bad timing? Is it just a good defensive play? Right? Russell is really separating himself. He's got that playmaking ability, and that's why I'm going with Keelan Russell. I think when it's the starter, if a starter is named in the fall 2 weeks before kickoff against Eastern Carolina, I think Kalen DeBoer will name Keelan. Well, I think Ryan Grubb gonna pull one of his stunts again and add fuel to the fire of this narrative that he don't respect DeBoer and he doing his own thing. I think he's gonna name the starter 2 weeks before Kalen DeBoer. That's just my opinion, being a little petty here.
Okay. And so since you pulled the trigger first, I'm gonna stand on business because Kareem Hood in the chat told me, he said, "Shep, don't get cold feet now." And I'm so darn competitive. I'm gonna say Mac 10 gonna start. I told you, Coach. I said I had a dream about Alabama in the quarterback situation. I told you that. I dreamed that, and I dreamed that Mac 10 was the starter, but they put a trick play in for Keelan Russell. Yeah, babe. Okay, honey, hold on.
Ask it. Hey, hold on. Did she cook?
Coach, that's what I was doing. But I didn't want to be so personal on it. I barbecued some steak. I did some shrimp on the grill.
Shep. You could bring me some, man. Come on, Shep.
Coach, you know I'll cook for you any day. We cook, we feed everybody, but I didn't want to come on the show talking trash tonight. I wanted to be a good boy tonight. But you asked me. Well, I just got off the grill. But Coach, let me tell you something. you gonna have so much baked wings and reels when football season comes. You don't worry about nothing. I'm gonna make sure Coach Smook get fed, and you gonna reel whatever you want, Coach. I'm gonna cook it for you, and you can come over here and get it, or you can come by the shop, or whatever you want to do. But during football season, you're gonna get fed, and even before football season.
I'm so hungry.
But
y'all know I'm fat. Y'all know I'm big back like a mug, y'all. This man, and y'all, he do like he good old country boy. So y'all know we cook down here. And
we cook, man.
We cook. Like
but
I say,
Coach,
we cook. Us Southern boys cook, man.
Cook. Oh, Coach, man, listen, man. I got wild hog in my freezer. I got deer meat. Oh man, I cooked some of the best. Wild hog you ever want to eat. Wild hog is the best. Wild hog is the best meat probably out, bro. Like it is very underrated because it's wild, but it's better for you. But anyway, Coach, I ain't gonna do your show like that tonight, man. Coach, and I got backstrap, man, deer tenderloin. You know,
I told you I need some of that for my boy. Look, look, you don't walk. My dog don't walk in here. Nah, he heard something about some. That joker, you know that I do the raw feed with him. That joker, he loves it. And then my neighbor brought over some what you call them, the backstrap from the deer. He went hunt. Man, my boy tore that up yesterday. We had a good walk today.
Man, those backstrap taste like filet mignon, man. You season them real good, man. Oh my! It's so
I ain't never cooked it. Look, see you in the chat making folks hungry, man. Look at them.
It's so tender, but I love to cook, man. I love to feed people. I love people, man.
Yeah.
But Coach, I'm telling you, I dreamed that, and I told you, I said, Coach, and there was a trick play that was put in, and Keelan Russell threw a touchdown from the trick play. I was like, and I woke up, I was like, man, I dreamed about Alabama. You know, like Mac 10 was like it seemed like he was a starter. But again, I'm gonna say Mac 10, not because of seniority or any of that, man. It's because I like his presence. He's big, but hey, man, but 12 is breathing everything I'm seeing and everything I'm hearing. And I got like you said, I got ties to Tuscaloosa. Everything I'm hearing is saying that 12 ain't worried about none of that. Everything I'm hearing is saying that 12 is holding his own.
He did. Shep, and I don't do this because I feel like the quarterback position needs to be scrutinized. I supported Miro heavy because I knew what Alabama was going through from a different standpoint. A lot of people thought Ty Simpson would have been ready. I think if Ty had to go through that season Miro went through that first year of starting under Saban, that would have crushed Ty. And I think that's why Saban didn't start Ty. He knew that Ty needed to develop mentally. That pressure was not, I don't think Ty, because look at how Ty struggled with the pressure this year. And Jalen Miro was he was running for his life that first season as a starter. And it didn't get much better the second year under Kalen DeBoer. So I just don't see, and people could say Ty Simpson would have been better in the passing game, but how with no protection? And then he shows up 2 years later with more time to develop and can't throw receivers open. Like that was something he struggled with this past season. So I think Keelan, and like somebody just said in the chat, is Keelan the new Bryce? I said this last year. He gave Tua Bryce freshman year feels. And Tua didn't start his freshman year. He just got a chance to go in that national championship. He played a lot of backup snaps, had a lot of flashes. Shoot, I think he was only 700 yards less passing than Jalen Hurts at one point during the season, because that's how explosive his passing game was. You look at what Keelan Russell has done with his limited snaps. I could multiply that times 7 to give you averages, and those averages would be a lot better than Ty Simpson if we just want to do a blind hypothesis or whatever, make a blind guesstimation with some made up stats. But you just look at the skill set of what he does with his snaps compared to what does others do. I don't think it's a question of who the best quarterback is in the room.
And Coach, let me say this, because while you were saying that, I had an awesome thought. Man, this is so deep. Okay. I was listening to Chris Lowe, and I don't like bringing up nobody else's name, but I'm just telling the
I
truth.
rock with Chris. I rock. Chris is a legit dude. I accidentally got into a conversation, crossing paths with Chris Lowe, and his word confirmed something that I had put into that space when it came to the Ryan Grubb hiring last year, and I was like months ahead of a lot of these people. So I rock with Chris.
And let me, and the reason why I'll kind of peep at them guys because, you know, I ain't listening for football. I'm listening for a little bit of information. And so they asked him, they was like, how many years the boy had? And he was like, I think he kind of estimated like, he got it, you know, he's looking at least 2 more years.
Yeah.
And so I had this thought, like, and so he compared it to, he was like, Caden was not going to mention Michigan to Alabama and all that good stuff. And I already knew that, but I want to say this. I don't think Kalen DeBoer get anxious about his quarterback, about his decision. I think he's going to call it the right way. But here's my thought that I had, Coach, and I really want to get off the call when I say this. If Alabama is looking toward the future, good is gracious. And Alabama want to really turn the page. And if you look at it, it looks like everything is pointing toward Alabama turning the page. So I'm thinking that Kalen DeBoer, not under pressure, not anxious, and all of that stuff. You know, I'm not calling it anxiety, but I do believe that Kalen DeBoer wants to look toward the future. That don't mean that he sees Mac 10 as, you know, he don't see Mac 10 a part of that. But we all know that he went and got this guy for a reason.
Yeah.
He went. I just gotta call it what it is now. I'm gonna call it straight. And he knew that it was gonna be a quarterback position. I mean, not position, but a quarterback competition. He knew that. And I believe that Kalen DeBoer wants to, as soon as possible, I believe that he wants to put his product on the field. I believe that he wants to prove some doubters wrong. And I believe that he's going to do whatever it takes this year to basically jumpstart that. And that's why if Keelan does what he's supposed to do, and if it's neck to neck and there's no separation, I'm telling you, we could see this Texas phenom starting in Tuscaloosa. It's just as clear as anything, man. Because Mac 10 is not separating. So okay, I mean he's not. You should be separating.
And you know what?
Sir.
You know what's a good thing about that though? I don't want that to be a bad narrative on Mac 10. Him not separating, that means he's starting at, you know, just about every other school in the country, right?
That is true, Coach. That is true.
That's a thing of he's good enough to be a starter, but he's not separating from a standpoint of, hey, we don't have to slow the offensive game plan down because he missed a rep. Like Russell, I'll tell you right here, and I don't usually do this, so chat, do whatever you want with this, all right? And this is because it's my brother, and if I'm lying, somebody will let him know that I'm lying. There was a play in the scrimmage this past Friday, right? It was 2 run plays. Kevin Riley had, and this is with first team, this is the 3rd drive. I think Russell had, this is his first drive with the first team offensive line. You got Michael Carroll at right tackle. You got Mal Waldrop at right guard. You had Delgado at center, Brooks at left guard, and Jackson at left tackle. You had Caleb Edwards, and you had Marshall Pritchett out there. They were in 12-man formation. You had the handoff, but then you had the play action rollout type action pass, right? And I want to say it was the right tackle. It might have been Michael Carroll. He picked up a blitz off the edge. You had a guy come loose. The way that Russell was able to, y'all remember we used to hate Tua for feeling like he waited to the last second to try to evade pressure. And he always found a way to slip. Him and Bryce was real good at that timing, that instinct to evade that grasp of that quarterback. We ain't seen that. Miro didn't even have that. Miro was more so throwing guys off of him more so than slipping from the grasp of players. Russell's 6'4", 6'3", with that type of ability, that slippery mentality. It comes out of that, and a rollout where you want a guy 2 or 3 steps into his rollout, slips out of it, 1-2 releases off platform and delivers a 21-yard, 23-yard dot on the sideline. It's plays like that I'm like, okay, those are confident builders, because the offensive line might have slipped up. I didn't get to see the makeup of how it happened or how the pressure got to him, but the ability to showcase that, and we know the quarterback ain't live, but that's something that he does on the regular. He did it at the high school level. Those are the plays that I think about when the coach says, I'm going to name my starter. How many times are we going to need that in order for this team to grow? How many times are we going to need that in the first 6 weeks of the season for this team to grow?
But I told you, Coach Smook, I said that the quarterback is going to have to be able to do what Caleb DeBoer can't coach him to do. He's going to have to be able to, I'm telling you, and you just named that this guy can basically make something out of nothing. And now the last quarterback I saw do that was like Johnny Manziel. I ain't talking about no Johnny Manziel type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about more so like a type of Cam Newton. To where I'm just gonna beat you, chin strap, cleats to cleats. I ain't talking about no Hail Marys, the ball tip up. I just throw it in. I ain't talking about Johnny Manziel was a lucky guy, if you ask me. He was good. But a lot of that was luck.
Hey, look, he was electric. You can't. He made some hard throws. He made some crazy plays. But you talking about something to build around. He wasn't. To me, Baker Mayfield is what Johnny Manziel could have been as far as developing. Right? Baker Mayfield wasn't the mechanic quarterback, but you see what he do at the NFL level now. He's developed. He's went into that stage of wanting to understand. My legs ain't gonna be here, but for maybe 5 or 6 years of my NFL career, I got to learn how to see things from this pocket with my height disadvantage. Bryce doing the same thing. I think that's what really separated Bryce when it came to the small QBs, man. The undersized QBs. He didn't have to do a lot outside the pocket. That second year he did, but that first year Bryce did a lot of damage, manipulating, maneuvering the pocket.
Yeah, he did, and so what hurt him was the OC.
Come on, man.
Bill, the OC hurt that guy, man.
Bob,
Nick Saban made a bad hire. Saban made him. That's
another conversation, Chef. Why we don't criticize Saban for hiring Bill O'Brien?
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it right now. I'm calling Nick Saban. Nick Saban made a bad hire. He hurt Alabama bad. Bill O'Brien set Alabama back almost 3 years, brother.
Come on, man.
I know he said he hurt Saban. And here's the thing. I think that's probably one of the very few coaches that Saban pretty much would kind of challenge. I don't think Saban said too much to Bill O'Brien.
Hey,
I think Saban that dude kind of.
He brought that persona though, like I'm NFL Bill O'Brien.
That's exactly what he brought.
Robert and Bill are my friends. Those are my buddies. So, but Shep, we finally got another call on the line. Let's see who this is, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, Coach.
All right, man. Roll Tide.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
Roll
man.
Tide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Call from.
Yo, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Who's this on the phone line?
Hey, this is Pat, Coach Smook. How you doing, man?
What's up, Pat? We got you at the game, man. How you doing, brother?
Man, pretty good. Can't complain, man.
That's what's
can't
up,
complain.
man.
Getting ready for this A-Day.
So you gonna be there?
No, I ain't gonna be there. I got
Okay.
It's baseball season. I got my son playing baseball right now, so
Oh man,
I got him in the yeah.
I can't wait. I was talking to my sons, y'all. For those that follow my personal life journey, I got to speak with my sons probably like a week and a half ago, and they have interest in baseball. I'm excited about that because I didn't get to play baseball. I made the team my 9th grade year playing for a nationally ranked high school squad, Rusk County High School. They was nationally ranked. Shout out to Coach Rasmus. I made the squad, but
had to choose between baseball and track. And I definitely chose track. It was definitely more natural for me. But I hate that I didn't stick with baseball. So that's cool, man. Being in baseball season, that travel ball is it's a fun arena to be in. You get with the right programs and your kids get to grow up together.
Now. He's so young. He's just wrecked right now, trying to let them get the experience in and all that.
Ooh, that's the fun stage. That's the fun stage. They get to run the wrong bases and all that stuff.
Right. Exactly.
I love that stage. I love that stage, man. But what's on your mind tonight? We got fan talk tonight here on the phone line. Hot topics.
Man, I like the conversation you and Shep were just having then towards the end on the Bill of Pride high, man. It's just those are years that you wish you could get back. You just know you had two, maybe three missed national championships out of those.
At least years, appearances, man. Appearances at least.
Well, we went one with Bryce, right? And did we lose to Georgia? Was that the year we lost to Georgia when J-Mo went down? That year when Georgia got J-Mo went down.
That was the natty. You're right. That was the natty. I always forget that was because didn't we see them we saw them in the conference championship first, right?
Man, we whooped them. In the
because the O-line held it down. They was talking about the O-line wasn't going to be able to hold up, and we ended up having like 100-yard rushing game, and Bryce threw for 4 touchdowns, some crazy. Yeah.
And then it goes so bad about that year, man. Like, that year was a year that when J-Mo went down, Mechie went down that first playoff game, or was the AC championship game when Mechie towards ACL, right? And so with you would think with J-Mo going into the games or head wide receiver, you would get, I think it was head, one of them guys was playing, but they wasn't familiar with the playbook or something, was
Ajayi Hall.
The reason. Ajayi Hall. And I'm like, dude, you had all this,
Hey, Pat, don't get the chat started with Ajayi Hall. You know I try to spare a lot of players, right? These young men that but Ajayi Hall, he gets hell in this chat. So be careful. Yeah, I be trying to spare one. Ajayi Hall's in the transfer portal right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, somebody fact check. Zach, go do your thing, man. Zach, do your thing. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I was just speaking on that, man. But looking forward to the season this coming up, man. When you take a look, glimpse back on last year, right? I feel like that Indiana team that they put together and the way they played, that was a run for a top. That's a run for a top college put together team, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's up there with LSU, 2015 Alabama's. That's up there with 2019 LSU. That's up there. You know what I mean? So I got to rank that Indiana team pretty high up there. We come into play them like we did in the playoffs and went down, but going into the season this year, man, I just want to see more of a, not efficient. I feel like our running game is efficient, but I want to see more of a, what's the word, like breakout, maybe running
consistent,
game?
Explosive. Like I
explosive.
think.
There you go. Thanks. I want to see a little bit more explosive.
Pat, I think this, bro. I think there was a lot of times this season. If you think about when the run game was like when you saw bright spots, that they were 8, 12, 15-yard games, right? They were so far and few. I think we probably averaged a 10-plus yard run, maybe one a game because of how little we ran the ball. I am going to really, and I'm gonna hold this stance. You know how I am, bro. It's hard for me to back off the stances, but excuse me, with the reports we're getting from the quarterback position, if the O-line is struggling with allowing the quarterbacks to see the field at a comfortable rate, there's no reason why we don't turn around and hand the ball off a lot more this year with the type of offensive lineman that we have and the running backs.
Yeah,
I will join the masses. I will create a video. We all know Kangaroo Black got mad at me for coming at him about his fire Kane Womack take last year and all this other stuff. I will make a video apologizing because I'm going to join that little group of people, these content creators that be on the fire this coach train. I need to see Ryan Grubb call at least 24 to 28 run plays a game, like for real handoffs, not RPOs. I'm not giving them credit for that, not jet sweeps. I want to see handoffs to the running backs because
this stable of running backs is too much size, too much strength, too much speed to not allow these guys to help our quarterbacks grow this season.
Smook, check this out though, bro. If you was in that SEC championship game, right? We had a pinnacle third, fourth and 1, and you do that end around play, and it loses yards, right? Okay, you have it in the back of your mind just a month later, and you go up to California and you play in the Rose Bowl, and you have a similar play, 3rd and 1, whatever it was. Would you go to that play, or would you like, you know what? Let me find something else I can run on this sheet. I mean, I was just like, this man ran the same play again, bro. Like I don't know if he's like, I don't know. You read so much about Grubb and kind of how his personality is and stuff like that. Kind of he's a guy that sees it his way and only his way.
Yeah.
And that's what I've seen so far, heard so far. And with just that play alone, that's an easy judgmental thing. Like this is who this guy is. That was a play. I mean, that play that worked for me then.
Bruh,
why would I take it all away?
Hey, you know what's funny?
I'd have my pen going and just
come on, man. Like, hey, Pat, you know what? I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember if y'all tuned into the live watch party from the Indiana game, right? But I remember when Grubb ran that play. I said, hit this mother go with this bull. Like I said, because I have been listen. Hey, chat. You know what, Twitter family? This is how real I am. I'm gonna give y'all this. I was on the question Grubb train Florida State game. When we saw Latier Brooks streaking down the field wide open and Ty Simpson couldn't see it and he rolled out the pocket and got sacked. And then third quarter, 2nd down and 2 after Daniel Hill gained 8 yards on the first down run and we went into that same play. It's open, but Ty Simpson ain't see it again. He threw a crazy pass to Ryan Williams and got Ryan Williams lit up in the 3rd quarter. I started thinking, I was like, man, maybe Grubb just don't like to run the ball, right? But then we show up against Wisconsin and do the same thing. Against a team we should be utilizing those reps to try to just build, right? And then we showed up against it wasn't Wisconsin week 2. Was it Wisconsin? No, West Kentucky was week 2. And then Wisconsin. However, I had been on that track of like, man, this can't be this dude's persona. It can't be.
His style don't have no signature either. Like if you was to watch a Grubb offensive call, like even in Indiana, before he came, we was all watching the offense. And he had a style that year. But Alabama last year, he didn't have no style.
You know what?
Ain't that something?
You know what though, Pat? To his defense, just like a lot of people criticize Warmick year 1 with Alabama's defense, no identity. We can't stop this. We can't stop that. Grubb, I tell you what, that first year at Washington was probably the most stable year as far as balanced utilization of personnel in the run game. But that second year when Dillon Johnson emerged because of the injuries, Dillon Johnson averaged 24 carries a game. And then some games they had 33 handoffs in the game. You know, Penix, I think he only ended the season with like 33 total rush attempts. So you're seeing that we won't see a Milroe type rushing attack, right? A Milroe offense style rushing attack. Ty Simpson, he wasn't a factor in the run game other than losing yardage and getting sacked. And you know what else? I want people to realize that too. That 3.2 yards per carry that we averaged this past season, y'all got to think. Ty Simpson ended games with negative average yards per carry because of the sacks that he took. So a lot of games, even though players was only getting 4 carries, they still had 16 yards. That's 4 yards a carry. That's quality yard. That's quality run game. If I hand the ball off every time to this running back and he's going to get me 4 yards, that means I can hand the ball off to him 3 plays in a row and he should have me a first down on average.
Yeah. he feels like the game is getting away from him. That means when you get to that after that third, that first quarter, you come out confident in your team 0-0, and you confident running the ball and getting a few first downs there, and you may dink or dunk or try to look for a shot. After halftime, you come back out that third quarter, you trying to find every shot for the rest of the game instead of depending on
the dink and dunk that was developing already, and that's where I think, and we got to also remember with Grubb, as old as he and Kalen DeBoer are as far as age, they both are young coaches, man. They both are young coaches. Grubb, both of them have, 10 years of experience at the coaching, but I think, and I got my coaching experience. I don't think that I'm on no collegiate level. I can sit back and with time digest film and formulate concepts and do that and translate things. But as far as game plan and stuff, it would take me 4 or 5 years as an assistant position coach to get back in the swing of things and to implement some of the things that go into game planning. So by no means do I think I am a better game play caller than Brian Grubb, but there are some things in real time. You don't need to be a part of weekly game planning to see things and see obvious adjustments that you have the skill sets available and ready and capable of doing. All you got to do is instruct for them to do it and call the plays that put them in position to do it. Now, as far as the execution and the completion of that on them, you put them in the right spot. It's their job to complete it, which I tell you, for so many weeks early in the season, when it came to the pass game, Ty Simpson was not completing some of the spots. He was not making the best of some of the position he was being thrown in. But at the same time, if he missed on it twice, Grubb, don't go back to the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time.
Don't go back to the third, right?
So it's on both sides.
And you got to look at when that back injury came about with Ty. I feel like an 80% Ty is not better than 100% Matt.
Or 100% Russell. Or hell, what was the other quarterback on the roster that came out the portal? You had a red shirt senior quarterback that you went out and got out the portal to create depth. What's up with that? And then you got running backs that literally are not spending any time in the doggone recovery and physical therapy recovery room because you're not utilizing them. Kevin Riley, Daniel Hill, Richard Young.
Yeah. What's the name that transferred out? I mean, just didn't get a touch. Scored a touchdown against
Richard Young.
Richard Young. Just, I mean, like, dude, like, oh man.
And I understand Richard Young struggling with the playbook, all that stuff. That's okay. But sometimes if he only understands 4 plays and that's hand the ball off A gap, you can run that 7 to 8 times in the game. Hey, utilize, like, that's what the smart coordinators do. And then you let him get his value off of that. And then once they get to the league, that's your job as the collegiate coach. Get them to where they can create value for themselves and get to the league. That's in all sports. So we saw what happened with Trent Richardson. We loved him at Alabama, how great he's going to be once he get to the league. He got to the league and struggled with that playbook. He's struggling in pass pro, something that he wasn't asked to do at a high rate at Alabama. Eddie Lacy, seeing the right holes, seeing the right fits.
Man. Eddie Lacy, another one too.
Come on, man. All of these great Bama backs. Bo Scarborough, playbook. And we talked to Bo. Bo would tell you how crazy the film session was from, his time at Bama and how they did things to make it easier for him because that's what they needed him to do. But you see when them smart guys, Damian Harris, Najee showed up, and who else showed up when Bo was there? Damian, Najee, Josh Jacobs, all them smart book guys, them smart book running backs with speed and they were. Saban saw how good it was to go and get them high ACT score guys to play running back.
Yeah,
come on, man. Yeah. You got to find your balance there, and I think that's where Kalen DeBoer is kind of excelling because he's done it without having the window of let me get into this portal class and see what they got.
Yeah,
he was a year behind.
Another thing with DeBoer, like you just said, though, DeBoer, you got to with the talent that DeBoer brought up from Washington, man, with Parker Brailsford, what's the tight end and the wide receiver? It's slipped my mind now. But that's the talent that he brought in, starters that he brought in.
Quavis and Bernard.
And for them to be some of my best players the last 2 years, man, says a lot too. Because I don't know if our guys is kind of playing with a little bit the A on their chest, that strip
resentment, that entitlement, resentment type.
Are they not playing relaxed? Are they not, you know what I'm saying, just going out there strapping up and playing ball? Or are they playing not to lose? You can't play not to lose.
Pat, I think we finally got a roster of personnel that aren't on the roster. A roster full of personnel that aren't there to say, "Well, I was coached by Saban. You can't
right.
tell me nothing." I think we finally have a roster where guys are bought into what's happening now, right? And somebody said it earlier. I think it was my guy Jimmy from Ohio. He called in the other day. He said, "People got to remember, Coach Saban retired in 2024." Right? 2021, who was national champ? 2022, who was national champ? 2023, who was national champ? You know, like the players he had weren't winning the national championship. So what makes you think that Kalen DeBoer, a coach who has a quarter of Saban's coaching tenure as a head coach, is going to come in with the product that Saban couldn't win with, and then all of a sudden win a national championship with? Make it make sense. When he said that, right. it killed the argument for people to say we're failing or we're behind. We're actually in a better spot than where Saban left it. If you really look at it, let's be real. So the argument that Kalen DeBoer can't do it is kind of nullified when you just break it down to that simple point there. Coach, the greatest coach of all time, had a group of players when he retired that he couldn't win with. Those players left, right? But the ones that played in that season for him, that he lost that season, they left, most of them. But players he recruited, right? They were there. Kalen DeBoer came in and won 9 games. It's the playoffs by 1 game.
I mean, and he won. Now he came in the first year and beat Georgia just off the strength. Keeping his team together, like going, put Sheridan in offense coordinator, brought in a new defense coordinator, and came in and beat Georgia. Like, that's Kirby Smart with his team been together for the last 8 years.
Come on, man.
1 year came in at spring. 2 days later, after, like, come on, that man, Nick Saban retired on a Thursday. Caleb Boy was coming in the door next the following week. Like,
and didn't have to worry about. See, Smart got to Georgia, and I don't care what Georgia fans say. Mark Richt, I will never give him credit for being a great coach, but Mark Richt was a great assembler of coaches, right? He brought staffs together at Georgia that I felt like really kept the ship afloat for Georgia. And Georgia had winning seasons during Mark Richt's career. He was one of the Georgia's most winning coaches during his tenure. You look at what Kirby Smart is doing, he had a setup, and Kirby also had a blueprint, but he also came into an age where the high school athletics of Georgia, the state of Georgia, was taking a surge in what they were doing for their coverage and exposure of their athletes. And then the whole landscape of national scheduling and all that stuff changed. Kirby fell right into what Saban had been preparing Alabama for years before it even happened. Right. So I don't think Kirby had as much of a feat to go up against as Smart. I mean, not Smart, but DeBoer has, right now. And DeBoer, I tell you right now, I'd be surprised if Alabama doesn't go 12-0. I'd be surprised if we don't go 12-0. And I'd be surprised if the home game against Georgia this year, I'd be surprised if it's not a blowout. I'll be surprised if it's not a blowout. I'm being serious, chat. Y'all think I'm just talking with my fan goggles, but I think Kalen DeBoer gets to Washington year 2 type mentality. Ryan Grubb, same thing. With the offensive line, y'all, the offensive line, D-line is good. And I'm telling you, I've seen it with these thick glasses. Y'all keep talking about how thick my glasses are, but I can see with these mugs. And this offensive line is going to be good. It's just that our D-line is better. Our D-line is deep. Yeah. I'm talking about a 4-man rotation from the interior. You could have any pairing of 2 with 7 or 8 assets available on your interior. And then you got edge assets that are people questioning the wrong thing when it comes to DeBoer, and they're making the wrong comparisons. They're talking about a coach that took how many years to win 3 national championships, 6 years to win 3 national championships. I think it was 5 years. Coach Saban took 5 years, and we're talking about Kalen DeBoer, right? Kalen DeBoer going into his 3rd year has already made a playoff appearance.
Playoff, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I think we're on the wrong side of this argument if you don't think Kalen DeBoer is living up to the Alabama, quote unquote, Alabama standard. I think he's actually reset the bar for the new era of college football.
I agree. Hey, Coach, man, I appreciate you letting me up, man. I'm about 100%, to take in, brother.
For sure, man. I appreciate the conversation. Look, that's what tonight was for, fan engagement, man. Hey, before you go, man, tell them your name and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
It is Pat. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
We got you, man. Roll Tide, my boy. I give it up for my guy, Pat. Y'all, I appreciate that. I appreciate that engagement tonight. That's the point. Fan talk is you get on the phone lines and we talking to the phone lines start ringing. We go into somebody else call in. You want to say what they got to say. I'm gonna give them time. It could be whatever. It could be whatever topic. We could debate, whatever. But I want to do more of those, especially in the off season when we got time to do it. I want to do a lot more of those. So come with your thoughts. Come with your takes. We'll get in here and discuss it. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here though. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and get ready to close out. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that part of it. I'm gonna do this closeout segment, and once we get back, we'll do our final announcements. We got A-Day announcements. Shout out to our sponsors and everybody that's here on the Coach Smook Network. We'll be right back with y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in today, man. All right, family. That's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, Coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA Phantom. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to this space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch you on the next one. Sir, appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight, y'all. Look, we done went hard today. We done worked hard for y'all today. Tomorrow we got an engagement day, so I got to get some rest, try to get everything set up. We're going to try to get a live stream set up. I'm doing a content series of gaming tomorrow. Hopefully y'all tapping in and enjoy it. It's going to be different. I'm going to do voiceover content with college football. I'm going to create a quarterback character live on stream. I'm create a quarterback. Me, myself, Coach Smook. I'm going to take myself through a career. And we're just going to do some interactive content. We're going to have conversations. I'm probably going to do it faceless for a while, but then we're going to do some reaction videos, all that type of stuff. Open the phone line. We might do a couple prank phone calls.
just going to be driving to try to get our 5K subscribers. So help us out. As you see the content, turn on your notifications. We'll be live on this channel for an hour and some change, and then we'll be mostly live on TikTok and Twitch, driving viewers and subscribers to follow us here on the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. And if you're going to be at A-Day, let us know. Join the Discord. You know, all the information for our A-Day presence. We will be making our presence felt, doing a live stream that morning and interactive coverage throughout the day. And last but not least, man, we just want to give a shout out once again to all of our sponsors, and to acknowledge this awareness month. Shout out to our first sponsor, man, Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama, Frederick Harrison Farmers Insurance. We appreciate you for partnering with the Coach Smook Network, man. And then also Kelsey Shepard at First Place Barbering here in Montgomery, Alabama. We appreciate y'all for partnering and supporting the Coach Smook Network. You guys doing what you do for our communities, but also helping us grow and be a part of the community. And then also we want to bring attention to Autism Awareness Month. If you want to donate directly, we have a link that you can get provided in the chat and through all our descriptions. Autism awareness is something that is close to the Coach Smook Network, as we do have autistic individuals in our community, but we also have people that we support that have been diagnosed with autism. So continue to support autism awareness this month. And then, like I said, the schedule for the rest of the week, man. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got that. Oh, Lord Jesus, I'm a whole day ahead of y'all. Thank God tomorrow is not content creation day, because I'm feeling the energy today, man. Tomorrow, Wednesday, live call-in at 8 a.m. And I write out topics. I could put out some promo stuff, but make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the evening call-in show. Between 7 and 7:30, we'll be live. And then Thursday is our interactive live from 9 a.m. to noon. And then we'll take that break in 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the night call-in. We plan to have a few content games scheduled where we'll be playing against some of our community members, doing some game series, college football. I'll give y'all something to watch and interact with. And then Saturday, we'll do our check-in around 9 a.m. And then our post-scrimmage live should be around 5 p.m. after the scrimmage. So thank y'all for tapping in. As always, man, we appreciate each and every one of you all. Don't forget to check out Sports Info Solutions for all of your draft stat needs. And then Easy Filters, Epic Water Filters. I'm sorry, I say Easy Filters. Epic Water Filters. We still got our promo. They're still giving us discounts for those who want to buy those water filters, those jugs where you just put the filter in it, it's faucet water, and it filters your water, clean water. I actually have mine now, and I have not been using it because I keep getting cases of water. But when I open it and start using it, I'm going to make sure I have it on stream set up so where I start using it. But I keep getting cases of water. Shout out to my family, everybody that keeps, every time I get to go home or something, I get a case of water. Thank God for that. Everybody, you can't ever have enough water. But with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight, man. I'm going to get out of here and try to get some rest tonight. Y'all know that's a lie. I'm going to be up editing as always. But remember, y'all, remember, when you see me in these streets, holler at me, and please don't play, act like you don't know me. Don't act like you can't tell if it's me or not. Yes, I cut my hair. Yes, I cut my hair off. It's no longer a secret. It's really happening. I did cut my hair back off. So, but when you see me in these streets, holler at me and say it.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed, man.
I see you film study so militant. I ain't guessing a thing.
break it down. Every snap is like a coach in the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They try to box me in, and I keep it dope off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?